Close your eyes for a moment and breathe. Feel the air moving in and out, the life flowing through your body. Now, in a space of quiet contemplation, say to yourself one single word: gratitude. Did you feel anything? Perhaps a light sense of relief, a soft warmth blossoming in your chest. Or maybe it felt like nothing more than the hollow echo of a word you've heard countless times before in self-help books and motivational speeches. But what if gratitude wasn't just a word? What if it was, in fact, a frequency? A profound and universal state of being that exists not merely in the mind's logical reasoning, but deep within the heart and the very core of your soul. A silent, universal code that the universe itself actively deciphers and responds to, opening the doors of abundance, health, and a profound, lasting peace in your life. It's a deep, authentic vibration that you carry, a signal you are constantly broadcasting. Perhaps you're in a moment where gratitude feels like a monumental struggle. You've tried repeating the phrase, you've diligently written your lists, but the pain of a recent loss, the crushing anxiety of your bank account, or a deep, persistent loneliness still weigh you down like a heavy cloak. You desperately wonder if you're doing something wrong, if this spiritual path is even a reality for you. I want to share a profound truth with you, one that goes against all your fears and doubts. You are not broken. You are simply in the sacred process of transformation. True gratitude isn't a transactional tool you use to manipulate reality into giving you what you want, like a divine vending machine. It's a deep, authentic state of being you must inhabit, a spiritual homecoming to your most authentic and powerful self. Today, we will journey into the core of this understanding and discover how genuine gratitude can become the quantum resonance that aligns you with the life you've always sought, not through force or struggle, but through effortless, harmonic alignment. Many of us were raised to believe that gratitude is an act of doing, a simple transactional prescription for happiness and success. It's the list of things we're thankful for, the mantra we recite before bed, the post we make on social media, to show others we're spiritual. But honestly, how many of us have felt a subtle emptiness after going through these motions? A gnawing sense that, deep down, we are still in debt to the universe, trying to make a deal with it to get what we desire. We perform gratitude, hoping this spiritual charade will lead to tangible results. But our inner state remains one of neediness, fear, and a deep-seated lack. This creates a dissonance between our words and our feelings. This is the very essence of the trap of performative gratitude. It's the unconscious emotional debt you carry, even as you try your best to be thankful. It's like trying to fill a cup with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much water you pour in, it never stays full. You go through the motions, you say the words, but the deep intention behind it is one of scarcity and fear. As the spiritual neuroscience of authors like Dr. Bruce Lipton shows us, our thoughts and emotions create a powerful electromagnetic field that extends far beyond our physical body. This field is our true communication with the universe. If your gratitude is a shallow disguise for the fear of not having enough, your vibrational frequency remains low and conflicted, creating a powerful blockage in your energy field. This blockage can and will stop the natural flow of money, health, and meaningful opportunities that are literally trying to reach you. Remember, your biology responds directly to your spiritual and emotional state, not just to the words you speak, but to the feeling behind them. Imagine your brain is a garden. The verbal repetition of gratitude is like sprinkling water on the surface, a temporary gesture with little lasting impact on the soil. But the genuine, heartfelt feeling of gratitude, that visceral moment when you feel the sun on your skin, or a warm embrace from a loved one, and your entire being says, "Thank you," is like a deep, nourishing rain that reaches the very roots of your consciousness, allowing for true growth. Joel Goldsmith and Joe Dispenza teach us about the profound and measurable coherence between the heart and the brain. When you move from a mere verbal repetition to a deep emotional state of heartfelt gratitude, your heart and brain waves sync up and enter a state of perfect harmony, a powerful and unified signal. This measurable coherence has a powerful physical impact on your body and your entire being. It dramatically lowers cortisol, the primary stress hormone, and expands your electromagnetic field, making you a powerful magnetic attractor for what you desire. When you achieve this state of coherence, your body stops fighting for survival and begins to effortlessly heal and thrive. You are no longer resisting the natural, life-giving flow of the universe. You are becoming an integral, harmonious part of it, resonating with its highest potential. Gratitude, when deeply felt and embodied, literally rewires your brain's neural pathways and reshapes your reality from within, creating a new, more expansive version of yourself, one that is aligned with abundance and well-being. Let's talk about the urgency to manifest more, particularly money. The frantic desire to get more is almost always rooted in a deep-seated frequency of lack. It is the fear of not having enough tomorrow, or the anxiety that you are falling behind your peers in some imaginary race. This urgency is a subtle but powerful form of resistance against the flow of the universe, a desperate clutching that pushes away what you want. Neville Goddard taught us that the law of assumption isn't about wanting something, but about being the person who already has it. The moment you successfully assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you become that new person, and your reality must, by the immutable laws of consciousness, conform to this new state of being. Authentic gratitude, the quantum resonance, takes us to a place of profound non-attachment. It's a radical, present-moment gratitude for the divine promise that is already being fulfilled in the invisible realms of potential. It is the deep, quiet recognition that what is truly meant to be yours already exists in the quantum field as a potential reality, just waiting for your authentic signal. When you genuinely feel this truth, the frantic urgency and neediness dissolve, and a deep, quiet, unshakable trust emerges from within. Gratitude becomes the acknowledgement of the universe's perfect promise, a silent thank you for its impeccable timing and its unwavering support, even before its physical manifestation. You stop trying to force the river to run faster and instead begin to flow with it, trusting its natural, perfect course and knowing it will take you where you need to be. The frequency of gratitude is, at its core, the same as the frequency of trust in the divine timing of your desires. Think of your consciousness as a garden, a sacred space where all of your reality is cultivated. Performative gratitude is like complimenting the flowers that have already bloomed. It's a pleasant and kind gesture, but it does nothing to guarantee that new flowers will ever grow from the soil. True gratitude, however, is the active and conscious act of preparing the very earth itself. It is the conscious choice to lovingly remove the weeds of limiting beliefs, to add the rich nutrients of elevated emotions and high vibrational thoughts, and to ensure that the soil of your state of being is fertile, healthy, and receptive to new life. The garden of your life is not just about what you can see growing on the surface. It is about the immense potential that lies beneath it, in the dark and hidden soil of your subconscious mind, where true creation happens. Joel Goldsmith, our master of the silent awareness, would tell us that true healing and creation don't happen through force or struggle, but through the perception of the invisible. Gratitude is the state of consciousness that recognizes the seed, the potential, and the promise even when the surface of the earth looks completely empty and barren. It's the silent certainty that growth is not only possible, but is a natural, inevitable law of the universe that responds to your inner state. All healing and all creation begin with the peaceful acceptance of what already is, and the knowledge that something beautiful is already being created for you in the unseen, cultivated by your grateful heart. Now, let's talk about a silent and often overlooked saboteur that stands between you and your desires: unconscious expectations. For many of us, past trauma, painful experiences, and deeply ingrained beliefs create what we could call a vibrational ceiling. We may consciously say we want more money, better health, or a loving partner, but our subconscious mind, shaped by the pain of the past, holds a completely different, silent expectation. It may expect things to always go wrong, for joy to be inevitably followed by pain, or for good things to simply never last for us. This fear-based expectation is a powerful force. This unseen expectation acts like a filter, a subtle but powerful shield that prevents you from truly receiving the very abundance you claim to want. It's a low frequency that operates in direct contradiction to your conscious desires, creating a feedback loop of disappointment. The spiritual principle here, echoed by thinkers like Tom Campbell, who describes reality as a simulation of consciousness, is that your core belief about what is truly possible for you is what fundamentally determines your reality. Gratitude, in this context, is the powerful tool to break through that vibrational ceiling. It's the conscious, embodied choice to feel and align with the reality you desire, rather than the one your past has dictated for you. It's a way of saying thank you for the reality you're calling in, even before you see it. You cannot receive what you are not vibrating at the frequency of. Your vibration is the signal you send to the universe, and it must be a clear and consistent one. Finally, we come to a deeper, more sacred truth about abundance. True abundance isn't a one-way street of receiving. It's a continuous, sacred, and dynamic flow of giving and receiving. It is a divine economy of reciprocity, mirroring the very breath of the universe itself. You cannot only inhale without exhaling. In the same way, you cannot only receive without also being a clear and open channel for giving and sharing. This is the natural order of a healthy, thriving system. This is the very essence of quantum spirituality. Greg Braden speaks of the quantum field as a living, intelligent matrix that responds to our emotional and energetic state. When you operate from a place of genuine gratitude, you become a powerful, clear conduit within this matrix. You learn to receive with profound grace, and you give with equal grace and generosity, understanding that the energy flows through you, not merely to you, in a continuous loop. By embodying this flow, you break the cycle of scarcity that holds so many people captive in a mindset of not enough. You begin to understand that your abundance is tied not only to what you get, but to the abundance you also allow to flow to others through your kind words, your generous actions, and your high vibrational energy. Your life becomes a living testament to the idea that the more you truly appreciate, the more you have to share with the world, creating a beautiful feedback loop of unconditional abundance. I want to guide you through a simple, yet profoundly powerful, mental model for when you feel the anxiety of lack or the fear of the unknown begin to take hold. This is a practice to help you reconnect with your core, authentic frequency of gratitude and bring your power back to the present moment. 1. Acknowledge the pain. Allow yourself to feel the anxiety fully, without judgment or resistance. Don't try to push it away or pretend it's not there. Just quietly say to yourself, I acknowledge this worry about money, health, relationships. I feel it, and I let it be. Acknowledging it without judgment is the first and most critical step toward releasing its desperate grip on your energy. This act of non-resistance is a form of deep spiritual power. O2.transmut, the emotion. Now, intentionally, and with all your being, remember a specific time in your life when you felt truly loved, safe, or abundant, even if it was just for a fleeting moment. It could be the memory of a friend's warm hug, a hot cup of coffee on a cold morning, or the breathtaking beauty of a sunset. Settle into the feeling of gratitude for that moment, for that memory. Let that genuine, visceral emotion fill your entire body. Feel it as a warmth in your chest, a lightness in your stomach, and a deep, steady rhythm in your breath. This is the practice of consciously changing your emotional state. O3. Shift the intention. With that elevated feeling present and strong, consciously shift your focus. Instead of concentrating on the lack and what you don't have, focus on the gratitude for the infinite potential that already exists within you and within the quantum field. Say to yourself, with genuine feeling, gratitude for the wisdom that guides me, gratitude for the inner strength that sustains me, gratitude for the flow of life that is now preparing me for profound abundance. This is not a request or a plea. It is an affirmation of a truth you are now choosing to embody and live from. Gratitude is not a shallow trick to get what you want from the universe. It is the bridge that connects the person you are today to the person you are destined to become tomorrow. It is your quantum resonance, the powerful frequency that harmonizes your inner world with the outer world. You are not alone. The universe listens to you and responds to your deepest truths. And it responds not to your words alone, but to your frequency, your vibration, and your authentic state of being. Change the frequency, and your entire reality will change with you. What if the pain you feel today is not a punishment for your past, but the very portal to the life you've always sought and are now ready to receive?